You know, you can be all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Soul Glow.
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another team preview, this time in Dynasty. It's Chris and Vlad Jr. crew, a guy who's our reigning LOC champion, and a guy that's also an LOC original. So I'm sure he's like, well, what's with the draft grade of a B, considering he's the reigning champ. Well, I think when he drafted David Johnson in round 1, I think he probably thought he would see a lot more bursts than what we've seen in the preseason so far. It's got to be concerning. Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb were taken after, some notables. Second round, he fell, Gurley, all the way to the second. This could be a huge payoff, though. It's also a huge risk. Fournette, Kerryon Johnson taken after, but it'll be interesting to see what Gurley actually does for fantasy owners this year. Third round, Russell Wilson. He one of the top quarterbacks for sure, but Kyler Murray, Cam Newton taken after. It'll be interesting if Kyler Murray for Dynasty would have been a better option. Fourth round, Cooper Kupp. Right after him was Robert Woods, his teammate, so I thought that was kind of funny. And DJ Moore also picked after Kupp. Let's see if he can build on that relationship with Goff. And then the fifth round, you went Tyler Boyd, young receiver. And again, picking right after Boyd was A.J. Green, his teammate. So I also thought that was really ironic looking at the draft. And also the veteran Julian Edelman. So gave you a B grade just because there's a lot of risk there with David Johnson and Gurley. I mean, like I say, I think he thought David Johnson was going to do a lot better. And then Gurley, I mean, he might make this an A-plus draft grade, but for now, with the risk, I'm balancing it at a B. Looking at your team, a quarterback gave you a B-plus, Mr. Reliable Wilson and Andy Dalton backing up. I think that's pretty good. Running back, A-minus I gave you simply because of Todd Gurley. I mean, I think he's going to be good, let's hope he is. David Johnson, we have to see what he can do. Singletary is there as a young guy, A-minus, but I think there's a hell of a lot of risk there, and this could easily be a C+. Wide receiver, gave you a B-minus, got Tyler Boyd, Kupp, Keneal Harry for the future, Hamilton, Paris Campbell, a lot of good depth guys, but no one that's really taken off, so gave you the B-minus there. Tight end gave you a B. Hawkinson, the rookie, I think that's good for Dynasty. He looks good. Waller's there. He looks like he's supposed to be good offensively this year for the Raiders. Kicker, Lutz, I gave you an A. The Saints are always scoring a lot of points. Defense, A-minus. The Eagles, I think they're going to have a really good defense again. DL, I gave you a B. Cameron Jordan leads the group. The veteran Sue is there. Linebacker, I gave you an A+. I mean, you got Bobby Wagner. This guy's always top 3. And then you got the 2 rookies, Devin Bush and White as well. I think that's going to be A-plus material for the future for sure. And then I gave you a B at DB with Harrison Smith there, Lattimore, Micah Hyde, Apple, McDougald. Pretty good group actually, but I did give you a B on that. So looking at the record projection here for Chris, I got you starting 1 and 2, and then riling off 3 straight wins, and then kind of going win-loss the rest of the way. Got you going 7 and 5. It'll be interesting to see where you end up in that Pandian division with the rest of the opponents in there. I think it's a competitive group, and look at on the message board here shortly for my takeaways from our halfway point here in our team previews and where everyone stands and what previews we have left. But you know what? Congrats to Chris on the championship. He'll get another congrats when his video comes up for the LSC. And looking forward to having you as a long-term owner in Dynasty.